Hello! Welcome to or back to the channel. My name is Ella, but for this video and for all other backpacking, hiking related things, my trail name is Time Lord. Most people call me TL. You all should call me TL as well. So today I'm going to be doing a what's in my pack gear review / gear list for my upcoming 2022 through hike, which in fact starts in 15 days. First, we're going to start with fanny pack. I love this thing. I live on my fanny pack. It is vastly underrated because of how helpful it is. It's one of those things, if I can keep my phone, I can keep all my money, my really important valuable things in here attached to me, so that if something was to happen to my pack or when you get into town, instead of having to hold your wallet, you can just put it in your fanny pack and walk around looking stylish with one of these. In here I have my phone. And then I have my inhaler in here as well, and then some snacks also in the bigger pocket. Then I have my wallet, a couple of pens, and a knife situation. I honestly don't really use this for anything other than cutting cheese, but the protection is nice if you feel like you need it. I found the trail is very safe. The smaller pocket also has my headphones in it because I am an avid music listener when I'm hiking, so headphones are a vital must for me. That's this guy. On to my pack. Let's talk actual pack details. This is the Osprey EJA 58. I don't know if it's actually called an EJA, but that's what I call it. And it is my favorite pack. I like it partially because it has this mesh backing here, which for me, I have some back problems from a past injury, so having this mesh really seems to help. I don't know why my camera is being difficult today, but it's being difficult. Anywho, so I like the mesh, and then it's a 58-liter pack that has a brain on it. So in the summertime, I will take the brain off and I just have the smaller pack, which really becomes more like a 48-liter pack. The other great thing about Osprey, which shout out to Osprey for this, is they have a lifetime guarantee. So after my 1,000-mile through hike last year, my pack was pretty busted. I sent it to them to get a repair, and it was beyond repair, so they just sent me a brand new pack, which is the one that I have right now. Right here I have my Garmin inReach Mini. It's a very helpful tool because if you have no service, you connect it to an app on your phone and then you can type regular text messages and just send it over that guy, and then you can send stuff without any service. Also, quick note, this pack has no side pockets, which is why I originally got the fanny pack. In my brain, I have a bug net. Gnats really bother me, so this is a vital thing for me. I have sunglasses, extremely important. I have some gum and I have some tape. More tape than I'm actually going to take with me, but I like this tape. And I have some hair ties in here as well. Lots of random stuff. And I will often have snacks up here. To the main part of the pack. So usually my poles just hang out right here on the outside. These are my tent poles. I don't usually have them in this plastic thingy, but because I've been traveling, I just leave them in there for safekeeping. They hang out right there. Right here, my mesh pocket. I have my water filtration system. This is the Katadyn BeFree, or Katadyn, I just call it Katadyn BeFree system. I've actually not used this backpacking yet. I had the Sawyer Squeeze last year, but I saw a bunch of people with this system and I absolutely loved it, so I'm going to test out this one and I will update to see kind of how that works. Other things in here, my rain cover. Here we go. In the inside of this brain, in the mesh pocket, I have all my toiletry stuff for like toilet paper. And then in my pack, I have my camp shoes. My camp shoes are in this plastic bag because it helps with keeping the mud out of my pack. And that solves that problem. Next up, I have my actual tent. Now, I have the big Agnes Tiger Wall UL2 two-person, and I love it. It is 2.5-ish pounds with the tent, and the poles, and I also have one of the like Tyvek footprints things, which is extremely light as well, instead of having the actual footprint that goes with this tent. I like this tent partially because it's a 2-wall tent, so in the summertime I take my rain fly off and I just have my mesh tent. I also like the two-person because, frankly, with backpacking tents, a one-person is a one-person with no gear, two-person is a two-person with gear, three-person is a two-person with gear. You get my drift. So having the two-person, gives me versatility. If I want a friend to come out, they can hang out and just sleep in my tent, but I also have lots of space normally. We have my sleeping pad. This is the Nemo Tensor. I've actually never officially backpacked with this guy yet. I was using the REI pad last year. However, it broke so many times that I kind of gave up on it, and I switched to this one, which is the pad that my mom has always backpacked with, and she loves it. So I've been testing out hers a couple times, and then I just bought my own, and I will really know how it works once I get out there. And again, we'll update on that later. All right, we have my food bag. This is the Summit Ultra-Sil. I am not entirely sure how big it is, to be completely honest with you. I believe it's the 16 liter. I have my stove stuff in here because when I'm hiking and when I'm backpacking, I put all of my stove stuff, all my food, and then also my toothbrush all in this bag, because that's what you use all those things together, so that way it simplifies things. I have this little guy which holds my fuel usually, no fuel in there. Then it also becomes a little bowl cup situation if I want it. And then this is my pot. It's one of the TOAKS pots here, and I built this little cozy. It's super lightweight. It's not too terribly big, but it's big enough that it fits my stove for the winter time. And it has this fun little mesh package to like keep it all together. I'm big on organization, so all these little bags, you can tell. I like to have all my stuff in its proper place. Oh, I also have my little spoony fork thing. It's a Snowpeak Spork scenario. I like it, it works. And there's really nothing else to say. Cosmetic time. This is also a Summit lightweight. This is not the Ultra-Sil, but it is a 4-liter dry bag. What's in here is Team Tylo micro towel, nothing much. Toothbrush. Then I also have this little cork ball. Love this cork ball. A guy in LA makes these, and they're great for rubbing out your muscles, but they are also super, super light. So this hangs out in here. Then we got good old vitamin I, Advil, some lotion, another inhaler, a couple band-aids, usually some tweezers or something like that. Let's talk tech. Now, I probably have a pound in electronic gear, and that is because I like to vlog, which means I'm using my phone a lot, so I have to charge it a lot. I actually have 2 different power batteries. I don't have just one really big one. I have 2 smaller ones, because I found that they charge much faster that way. I don't have to sit in town for too terribly long because they will just charge faster if they're separately, and that also means I have 2 cords, but it's worth it. As I always say, you're gonna take the weight, so it's kind of your decision on what you want to have that's special or different. Okay, have my puffy. It is an REI Women's down puffy, so never ever use this when I'm not in camp or in my sleeping bag. I kind of have a rule that I don't wear my puffy unless I'm actually like going to die of hypothermia. When I'm hiking, I just reserve that for camp. What I will use is my rain gear. Now I have the North Face rain gear set. I got jackets and I got pants. It's not the lightest anymore, but it's efficient, it works, and I don't want to buy another set because these were kind of expensive. This jacket has pit zips, which is amazing, lots of pockets, and it does also have a hood on it, which I really like. And these pants, you can zip up the bottom so you don't have to take off your boots to put them on, which is key. But quick note, I always say everything is waterproof to a point, and on the AT you hit that point a lot, so you will be wet. Your rain gear will not work at certain points. You will just be wet, and this is a fact that you must simply accept. But when it's drizzling or it's not raining too hard or it's a brief rain, that keeps me pretty darn dry. Next up, let's talk clothes. Now this actually has more clothes in it right now than I will actually be having with me. It is also a Summit Dry-Sil compression sack. I have a compression sack for both my clothes and my sleeping bag. I can do a more in-depth clothing video some other time. And that is all, presently, except for, let's see here, my hairbrush. I don't have my sleeping bag here with me because I'm traveling. It is the REI Womens Magma 15. I actually have the 15 and I have the 30, so I have the colder one for the winter months is 15 and the warmer one is 30. This is a compactor bag, very, very basic. Honestly, I'm one of those weird people that I double up on my waterproofness for my pack, because all my stuff in my pack goes inside this bag, and then I put my rain cover on over it and keeps everything dry. Oh, one thing I forgot, my headlamp. This is of vital importance. I have it clipped kind of on the inside little spot. It is the Night Core headlamp. I got this because of how many reviews it has for night hiking, how bright it is. 100% true, absolutely fabulous headlamp. It is crazy light, it is super, super bright. I love this thing. I also have my sit pad. This is a piece of almost like bubble wrap. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I just cut it off of a large roll. It's very light, it just sits in there and it works out quite well. And that's kind of it. That is what's in my pack. If there's any more specific questions about any specific thing, drop a comment, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to see everybody out there on the trail.